I would now like to introduce Mrs. Vidhya Chendhil, who is here today all the way from Erode in Tamil Nadu. She epitomizes the essence of an educator at heart. She is the managing trustee of Agastya Academy, a Waldorf-inspired CBSE school. She is also the managing trustee of Rajendran Institutions in Erode. Her tireless efforts over the last 25 years have not only shaped the academic landscape, but have also kindled a spirit of excellence and resilience amongst the students from rural India, empowering them to realize their full potential and contribute meaningfully to society. After her bachelor's in engineering, she pursued a bachelor's in education and later a master's in psychotherapy and counseling, laying a solid foundation for her pedagogical endeavors. What qualifies her as an ideal speaker for today's occasion is her profound passion for the arts. She not only sings and plays the veena with grace, but also wields a brush with finesse, creating captivating works of art. However, above all, it is her deep appreciation for the intricacies of artistic expression that truly sets her apart. I welcome Srimati Vidhya Chendhil to say a few words.
So thank you, Ridhima. It was such a beautiful introduction, such a poetic voice she has. So as Kalavati said, I have no words. So I made sure I bring some words which were inside me as I was sitting there and jotting down. A warm good morning, Mrs. Kalavati, Guru Shri Preeta Arun, the orchestra team, and all the guests present here. When Srimati Preeta told me about Brinda's Arangetram and the hard work that she has put, the line which she said, she started at 34 and you should see her, the kind of effort she has taken to put this on stage. So I immediately thought and accepted that I would be the chief guest. Definitely, it is a pleasure and an honor. Brinda, thank you so much. Even at 9:15 in the morning, she was calling to make sure I was comfortable on my journey to this place. For me, it is a joy to see women move out of their self-imposed boundaries to express themselves through art and music. And one thing I'm seeing here with Preeta's students, as we were sitting there, another mother came and she said she's going to perform with 2 of her daughters. And another young mother at Coimbatore said she's performing with her daughter. And this is possible only when the Guru believes that she can make a wonderful student of any age. Age really doesn't matter. It is not about you start at 7, you start at 24 and you see the magic, what we saw today with Brinda's performance. Hats off to you, Guru Preeta. Keep it up, keep up this great work going. Because I'm 52 now and I know what women go through after their 50s. They go through the menopausal phase and a lot of psychological issues. But when you get into an art form like this, at whatever age be it, you are a different person. You are a different person. And I would just like to start with Dr. Abdul Kalam's words. I know you are all aware he was a Rudra Veena player. Even through his presidential years, he continued to play Veena. So he said, dance is meditation in movement. Yes, it is not just the flexibility and expression. Did you see that meditative form? Every now and then in Preeta's, in Brinda's gestures, and the entire orchestra team sitting there, they were all like in meditation together as a group. That was the feeling I had all through the event. And I would just want to take you back in time to the 1930s and the 1940s to explain a little about the lineage that Guru Preeta Arun comes from. Those were the days during the British rule when the Indian temple dancers were not getting their deserved recognition. During that time, Guru Meenakshi Sundaram Pillai, who was a great exponent of Bharatanatyam, he lived in a very small village called Pandalnallur in Tanjavur district, and his disciples were 2 great women. I know all of you know them. Mrinalini Sarabhai, the wife of Vikram Sarabhai, the father of Indian Space Program, and Rukmani Devi Arundale, both were prominent dancers who pioneered in bringing back Indian classical dance, its respectability, and showcased its magnificence to the Indians and Westerners alike. Guru Meenakshi Sundaram Pillai was the torchbearer for the style of Bharatanatyam called Pandanallur Bani. That is what you saw on stage today. It is very unique for its clean lines and subtle abhinayas. It was so beautiful watching you, Brinda, on stage. And Mrinalini went on to establish her dance academy at Gujarat, and Rukmani Amma, we all know, established Kalakshetra at Chennai. Guru Preeta Arun is the direct disciple of Adayar Lakshmanan, who was the direct disciple of Rukmani Devi Amma. So you see the lineage parents, all of you here at Bangalore, you're really lucky to have her here as a guru, because we know what we miss back there in a small town like Erode. From 1998 to 2004, for almost 25 years, she has been teaching this art form with dedication and passion. She is a stickler for perfection. I would say a no-nonsense person. This attitude is very much needed to teach children, especially the Gen Z children. There are a lot of children here, I'm sure you will agree with me. Today's Gen Z kids, they get anything and everything at the touch of a button. So there could be a tendency to take everything light, everything for granted. Srimati Preeta is a very firm teacher, and she believes that a teacher is a guru, not a friend. A guru holds the light and shows the direction to the student, and this firmness is definitely essential. Did you notice the final Guru Vandanam when Brinda went to her? She was emotional. I could feel that emotion sitting there. How many of you felt that emotion? You can raise your hands. She was emotional, and that energy, we felt it down there. That is the reverence you get when you're a firm teacher, because you believe that you want the best out of your student. And only when the student holds this kind of a reverence and dedication to the art form, she will be able to master the nuances. Today, I just wanted to quote a little bit from my observations. See, I am not a dancer, but then I could feel a lot of emotions which I am sharing. When she started off with the first Pushpanjali, her expressions were very different. She was all smiling, all thanking, all welcoming. And then when she came for Sri Rangapura Vihara, did you see that expression change? And towards the end, that posture, I literally saw Kodandarama there. It was so beautiful. And the voice of Karthik Hebbar, oh my God, I would have to come back to listen to him again. And the Varnam, the way she was conversing Krishna and Radha, it was just too beautiful. And she spoke with her eyes all through that composition. And the flutist, Karthik, oh my God, it was just too much. I was just there in Vrindavan for those few moments to see that dialogue in silence, that musical dialogue between Krishna and Radha. So beautifully done. And Chinanjirukiliye, when she came to that, she was kneeling down and Un Kannil Neer Valindal. Oh my God. And the expressions, we could see that Ennanjil Udiram Paidadi, that emotion was so full, and the way the Natvangam and the Mridangam were going together, it was just a moment to hold forever. I really loved all these, and much more I can say. I just wanted to tell a few lines. So this kind of impact to create in the audience, the dancer has to put herself through rigorous practice and soulfully blend her movements with music. Dance is about total oneness with the body and soul. Only then you can convey these messages that you're set to convey. So it demands the talent and the efficiency of the guru to bring that out from the student and that commitment of the student to give herself totally to this. And Brinda's family, I would like to appreciate Mr. Satish, her daughter and her son, for being there for their mother. Every woman, behind every successful woman, there is a man, and let us give a good appreciation to Mr. Satish. We are very happy to see a lot of husbands really appreciating their wives to live their passion. And I would like to conclude with one sentence, or rather a message for the younger ones here. Those of you who are learning dance, I could see a lot of you coming here and telling your guru, yes, it is my Arangetram next and I am having butterflies. Yes, I want to tell you, standing here as a 52-year-old, I started learning Veena when I was 7. It was not out of interest, it was more out of force, because my mother wanted me to learn. She got 2 Veenas from Tanjavur, one smaller one because your arms don't reach at 7, and one was the larger one. And every time the Veena teacher's footwear was outside the house, I hated it, because we lived in and we grew up in a village, and when we come back home from school, there were 15, 20 young girls and boys waiting to play with us. We would play wildly in the fields, climbing haystack and jumping all over. Just imagine a 7-year-old made to sit to play Veena. I know some of you youngsters are going through that. Your parents want you to learn dance and you are not feeling good. You may be rebelling inside. That was the youngster I was when I started at 7, and almost for 7 years I learnt till my grade 8 or 9, and then went off to boarding schools, and I took that opportunity never to touch Veena for almost 25 years. I never touched. Simple reason, nothing motivated me. But one day, I don't know what went over me. I thought, let me bring the Veena. I told my mother, just send it. She was very happy. She sent it to my home in Erode. And trust me, young girls, when I took it and I thought, let me play Varaveena, I just took and my hands were moving. That is what is muscle memory. So all of you, when you are learning an art, it is there in your body. And then I got one music teacher, one Veena teacher. Once in a while, I still wouldn't say I have a regular class going because of all work commitments, whatever we can say. But at least I know I can get back to this form whenever I want to, whenever I wish to. And when I played 2-3 songs, including Kanne Kalai Mane and some of the bhajan songs for my children on Children's Day at my school, you should have seen that awe on all their faces. Oh, ma'am can play this. Yes, that was the point where I thought how we can touch the next generation, how we can make our own life more meaningful, more purposeful, and how we can heal ourselves through art and music. So whatever you are pursuing, all of you under Guru Preeta, you're blessed and you're lucky. Give yourself totally like how Brinda has given herself. And thank you once again for this opportunity. I will hold this day very close to my heart. Thank you so much.